A per capita GDP of $3,200 ranks Solomon Islands as a lesser developed nation. Over 75% of its labor force is engaged in subsistence farming and fishing. Economic history. Until 1998, when world prices for tropical timber fell steeply, timber was Solomon Islands' main export product. In recent years, Solomon Islands forests were dangerously overexploited. Solomon Islands was particularly hard hit by the Asian financial crisis even before the ethnic violence of June 2000. The Asian Development Bank estimates that the crash of the market for tropical timber reduced Solomon Islands' GDP by between 15% to 25%. About one-half of all jobs in the timber industry were lost. The government has said it will reform timber harvesting policies with the aim of resuming logging on a more sustainable basis. In the wake of the ethnic violence in June 2000, exports of palm oil and gold ceased while exports of timber fell. Economic sectors. Cash crops. Important cash crops and exports include copra and palm oil. Gold. In 1998, gold production began at Gold Ridge on Guadalcanal. Fishing. Exploitation of Solomon Islands' rich fisheries offers the best prospect for further export and domestic economic expansion. A Japanese joint venture, Solomon Tayo Limited, which operated the only fish cannery in the country, closed in mid-2000 as a result of the ethnic disturbances. Though the plant has reopened under local management, the export of tuna has not resumed. Tourism. Tourism, particularly diving, is an important service industry for Solomon Islands. Growth in tourism is hampered by lack of infrastructure, transportation limitations and security concerns. Foreign aid. Since 2000, the government of Solomon Islands has become increasingly insolvent. It has exhausted its borrowing capacity. In 2001, the deficit reached 8% of GDP. It is unable to meet bi-weekly payrolls and has become extraordinarily dependent on funds from foreign aid accounts, which provided an estimated 50% of government expenditure in 2001. Principal aid donors are Australia $247 million per year, New Zealand $14 million per year, the European Union, Japan $40 million per year, and the Republic of China at least $20 million per year. The Solomon Islands are a member of the WTO. Energy. Electricity production. 78 gigawatt-hours. Electricity consumption. 72.54 gigawatt-hours. Electricity exports. 0 kilowatt-hours. Electricity imports. 0 kilowatt-hours. A team of renewable energy developers working for the Pacific Islands Applied Geoscience Commission and funded by the Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Partnership, have hatched a scheme that enables these communities to access renewable energy, such as solar, without raising substantial sums of ready cash. If the islanders were not able to pay for solar lanterns with cash, reasoned the project developers, they can pay with crops. Statistics. Economy overview. GDP. Purchasing power parity $1.747 billion. GDP. Real growth rate 9.3%. Foreign government aid as a percent of GDP 40.125%. GDP per capita. Purchasing power parity $3,200. GDP. Composition by sector. Agriculture 37.7%. Industry 6.4%. Services 55.9%. Population below poverty line. %. Household income or consumption by percentage share. Lowest 10%. % highest 10%. % inflation rate. 10% labor force. 202,500 labor force by occupation. Agriculture 75%, industry 5%, services 20%. Unemployment rate 0% budget. Revenues $313.1 million. Expenditures $261.7 million, including capital expenditures of $0. Industries fish mining, timber industrial production growth rate, 9%, agriculture, products, cocoa, coconuts, palm kernels, rice, potatoes, vegetables, fruit, cattle, pigs, fish, timber exports, $216.5 million exports, commodities, timber, fish, palm oil, cocoa, copper and exports, partners, China 54%, Australia 12.5%, Thailand 4.6% imports, $360.3 million imports, commodities, food, plant and equipment, manufactured goods, fuels, chemicals imports, partners, Australia 27.3%, Singapore 26.4%, China 6.5%, Malaysia 5.1%, New Zealand 5.1%, debt, external, $166 million currency, 1 Solomon Islands dollar equals 100 cents exchange rates. Solomon Islands dollars per $1 7.855, 8.07 fiscal year.